and welcome back to another episode of Jinx. In this episode, we'll be discussing chapter 4, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hottest and wildest yaoi podcast on the planet. Get ready to fan yourself because things are about to get steamy. That's right, it's time for Zealed Fujoshi, the show that's all about yaoi manga. I am Cece, your host, the ultimate Fujoshi, who's always on the hunt for the hottest and juiciest and most thrilling yaoi manga out there. I've read it all, and I'm not afraid to share my honest and unfiltered thoughts with you. From sweet and romantic love stories to spicy and steamy tales, I got you covered. My reviews are not only informative, but also hilarious. So you can expect to laugh your socks off while I spill the tea on your favorite yaoi manga. But before we start, this podcast is explicit. We'll be discussing mature themes, explicit themes, and all things that makes yaoi manga so delicious. So if you're not comfortable with that, it's probably best you tune out now. Let's get one thing clear though. Spoiler alert, I am not afraid to dish out spoilers. So if you haven't read the manga we're talking about, you might want to skip this episode. But if you're brave enough to join us, we promise to make it worth your while. If you're ready to join us on this spicy adventure, grab a cold drink and a cozy blanket and get ready to join me on this wild ride of passion, laughter, and all things yaoi. Welcome to Zealed Fujoshi. Chapter 4 starts off with Dan feeling a little apprehensive about being with Jaekyung, who is an absolute god among men. But once they get going, Jaekyung is more than satisfied with Dan's performance. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how lucky Dan is to be with someone like Jaekyung? I mean, come on, he's drop dead gorgeous. Yeah, I know his personality isn't really the best, but man, look at how he looks. He's so gorgeous. Anyway, by the next day, Dan decides to sneak out of Jaekyung's apartment without saying goodbye to Jaekyung, which honestly I don't blame him for. Who wants to deal with the awkward morning talk, am I right? But of course, Jaekyung seems pretty pleased with Dan's decision of leaving without a fuss during that morning. I can't help but wonder what's going to happen next between these two. Will they continue with their little arrangement? Will they catch feelings for each other? I'm on the edge of my seat here. One thing that's for sure is that there's never a dull moment in this story. The tension, the chemistry, it's all there and it's keeping me hooked. I can't wait for what happens next in chapter 5. Thanks for tuning in the episode of Jinx. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more exciting updates in the series. Attention to all yaoi manga lovers out there. Are you a talented individual with a passion for all things Fujoshi? If so, Zealed Fujoshi wants you. We're on the hunt for a team member to join our passionate and hilarious crew. If you have a knack for reviewing yaoi manga, a love for all things is spicy and steamy, and a desire to share your opinion with the world, then we want to hear from you. Join our team and help us spread the Fujoshi spirit to all corners of the world. Whether you're a writer, editor, or a social media guru, we want your talent and expertise to take Zealed Fujoshi to the next level. So, if you're ready to embark on this exciting journey with us, reach out to us in the description below and let's make magic happen. Join the Zealed Fujoshi team today. Let's show the world what the Fujoshi spirit is all about. And that's a wrap. Fellow Fujoshis and Fudanshis, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Zealed Fujoshi, where we dished out all the hottest and juiciest yaoi manga. Remember to follow me on social media where I share even more yaoi goodness and behind the scenes content. And if you're loving the manga I am reviewing, don't forget to support the author, creator by purchasing their work and spreading the word to your fellow Fujoshis and Fudanshi friends. Thanks for tuning in, Zealed Fujoshi, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, keep the Fujoshi spirit alive.